One thing that I've been going through and experiencing, and that I think a lot of trans women and men, people experience, is feeling like feeling like it's hard to shake the feeling that like you were a boy, like during that time in your life before you came out, or if you're a trans man, maybe that you were a girl or whatever, right? Like you really were the other gender because that's what you experienced, that's what you lived as, but internally you felt a lot of things, right, that didn't get noticed, right? Maybe even by yourself. And that was the case with me. And I think it could be the case for a lot of trans people. Like, what if it's not like it's not like you were a boy if you're a trans woman, or that you were a girl if you're a trans man. It's just that you were suppressing your feelings so much that you couldn't feel that you were a girl, or a boy, right? For trans women and trans men, right? Like that was my experience, right? There's the experience of being like, it's not safe or it's not acceptable or good to feel my feelings. So if I like shut my feelings down, I can avoid all of this. I can avoid all of the trouble that comes with identifying as a girl or as, my true self, right? Like that's what it was about. So that could be you. Maybe that was you as a kid. Like you chose to disconnect from your feelings, to dissociate, like to not feel, as much as possible. Because of that, you could numb yourself out to who you really were. And maybe that's like what felt safe to you, because you were like, again, like if I be my true self, I'm not going to be accepted, I'm not going to be supported, maybe. And, in order to keep myself from going there, I'm going to keep myself from feeling my feelings, right? So that's what some people do. Like that's what I did as a kid, right? Maybe you resonate with that as a trans person, maybe you don't. And that can be for a lot of things too, right? Like you want to keep something at bay, so you just numb out, you don't feel your feelings, okay? And what that resulted in was me feeling like, well, it feels like I was a boy during that time. The reason is because I was completely discounting my inner experience, because I was still numbing myself out, even as an adult, right? I was still numbing my feelings. When you numb your feelings and you don't have an inner experience, or like you pretend that you don't, you feel like your only experience is the outer. So like what you identified as, what people treated you as, how you were called, how you functioned, how you acted, maybe physical stuff, your physical body. But if you're really in connection with your feelings, all of your feelings, if you feel everything completely, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, what doesn't feel good and what does feel good, you feel everything, you sift it out, then you will feel eventually like what truly feels right, what feels at peace. And that's how you get a feeling for who you really are. If you tried to prevent that as a kid because it didn't feel safe to do that, then that's why, right? That's why you might have been unaware of who you were. You might feel like you really missed out on your childhood because you were so emotionally disconnected and dissociated. But I think I said connected accidentally, but I think it's for a reason, because it shows that in order to make it right, like what happened as a child, in order to make that right, all you need to do is connect with your emotions now, because then you're giving yourself the emotional connection that you needed back then, but that part of yourself still needs, because that part of yourself is still part of you. You know, the inner child is the thing, and like lives with you throughout your life. So that's what you need. All you really need to do is connect to your feelings and let yourself feel, and be affirm and accept that within yourself. Yeah, and that has helped me. It's helping me now, like, to reclaim the parts of myself who I felt disconnected from, because I felt like they were in that realm of like when I was living as a boy, and I was numbed out to the fact that I was a girl. So yeah.